Hi, everybody. This is Dario Hunt from Living Life Fearless, and we are back with another podcast for Music Files. With me, as always, is my co-host, Mr. Dries Walker. Say what up to everybody.
What's up? What's up? It's your boy, artist Dries Walker. Welcome back to the Music Files. What volume is this again?
I don't know. I'm probably gonna stop with the volumes. Like volume episodes.
Right. We're at Music Files. Just welcome to Music Files, motherfuckers.
Go by
we'll
topic.
Just leave the date that it's posted, and that'll be that.
Yeah.
And you guys can keep up with which ones. But yeah, we're back with the music talk. It's been a while. But we've definitely got some insight.
It's been a while
on some projects. And
if you listened to our last Fearless Show podcast, we talked about what we've been up to and all the big moves that we have been making, and like us growing, the whole website and everything exponentially. So you should definitely check that out if you haven't heard it already. But what's been going on in music since we last talked, man? It's been a lot.
Definitely too much has happened.
But I think, obviously, the thing we got to touch on the most is, the impact that Jay-Z had at 47 years old with 444.
Hove. I mean, talk about impact on an album release. That's ridiculous. Like, he dropped an album like that. The way this 444 album impacted was better than probably at least 5 or 6 rollouts of his other albums. So I would say it's in his top 5 albums.
This might be his best rollout I've ever seen for an album.
I mean, this is probably the most stylish, but I mean, the American Gangster rollout was kind of cool because it was attached to the movie.
Well, have you heard his interviews that he just did, talking about,
with
with Rap Radar
on Beats One? Yeah. Oh, he did that on Tidal. The Tidal interview.
The Tidal one.
Elliot.
He did 2 hours basically. He never does it. First of all, especially never that
First
long.
of all, right?
But it's with
2
Tidal,
hours.
So it was in a controlled environment, so he definitely felt comfortable talking about all that. But he talked about a lot. But one thing he definitely talked about was he himself felt like this was his best rollout of an album.
Yeah,
and
it was pretty smart.
In terms of American Gangster, he said at first he didn't even really like it as much as everybody else liked it, but it's it's one of those albums that grew on people. I love that album.
Right.
But yeah, he talked about a lot about on the, what he talked about in terms of on the album himself, and he even said it was his most introspective and personal album. He was the most open, not a song just here and there, but literally the whole way through. He was talking about personal shit.
Right. Yeah. Honestly, I agree with that for sure. I mean, because at his age, having dropped so many albums, how can you divulge new information about you? We'd think you'd already told us, but he's revealing new stuff about his mom. He's revealing stuff about he mentioned Solange, how he was egging her on when all he had to do was say he was wrong. Jay-Z basically said, y'all need to stop calling Solange crazy. It was my fault. She did it for a reason.
Yeah, we all know the reason now, but at the time, you know what was going on.
Becky with the good hair, if you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about Becky. Because Jay-Z also dropped some Becky lines. He said, I'll ruin a great thing if you let me. He's like, let me alone, Becky.
Basically, he talked about the whole situation and what led to that and everything of that. He talked about Kanye, his old little riff of Kanye. He talked about...
Yeah.
Man, he talks about everything, man.
He actually said that in that interview we mentioned that he might have gone too far with what he talked about in terms of Kanye.
So. This is why the response has been so great, though, because you don't see the side of Jay. He's always the cool guy,
right?
The cool rapper talking about slick shit, and he'll drop some jewels every now and then, wisdom, but not necessarily in terms related to him, except for maybe a song or two here every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
But this was all the way through. I think at this age, there's not much else for him to talk about but that type of personal stuff, you know?
Right.
Like, this is just like old man Jay. Like, he's like the wise rapper now, you know?
Nah, for real though. This was up.
It's like Obi-Wan, you know, in episode 4, basically.
Facts. But yeah, so Hove out here, basically, in terms of music, so since we're talking about the album, that's probably one of my top 3 favorite albums of the year.
Well,
so
before
far,
we talk about of the year, what would you rank that, like, in his catalog?
In his catalog,
In
specifically?
His catalog specifically.
Man, okay. I would, that's so hard. Like,
He got a lot, man.
I would say number 3.
Behind.
You want number 1 and number 2, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rankings.
Well, see, that's so hard, man. Because it's the albums I have to put it above, I love too, and like the albums that I put it below, it's like, because like Reasonable Doubt,
He got like a college
Reasonable
man,
Doubt
when he
has to
got
be in the top
catalog.
2. Reasonable Doubt, his first album has to be in the top 2.
Why does it have to be though?
It's one of, oh come on, oh my god, that album shits on like half his catalog still.
So are you saying it's number 1?
I'm saying it's around there. No, I'm saying it's number 2. But number 1,
you said top 2, so either number 1 or number 2.
it might be number 1. I don't want to put them above each other. I like these equally. See, and then the other one's iffy because like sliding 444 into this mix is complicated. Because like I love the Black Album. I could play that front to back and no skippables. But
The Black Album's incredible.
like when he came out with 444, I was like, shit. The problem is it doesn't have like dance like or single value. So like it's a meditative album. So like to put it in there with all his other albums that all have like a weird, well, I mean, Bam, nah, okay, that's not true. That's not true. I can't even say that. He did have like at least one on, but it's only 10 tracks. Okay, that's why it's low. It only has 10 tracks. Isn't this his shortest album to date?
It is, but he
So
said
it can't
the
be
reason
number
it was
one
the shortest.
purely off that. I'm saying it's not number one purely because there's less content.
So you're saying this is a top 3 album for him, though?
Yeah, it is top 3.
That's a tough one, man.
I mean, because the
You got
Blueprint, I didn't even mention the
You got
Blueprint.
the Black Album. You got American Gangster. You got Reasonable Doubt. He got at least 5 legitimate classics, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's hard to slide it in there. But because of the controversy he had to respond to that wasn't necessarily beef, because it was like with his wife and his family situations, it's got to be in the top 3 just purely off that.
I think people be sleeping on how good the Black Album was, man. Like, if
Dog,
you would've
the
walked
Black
away on
Album-
that, like, as your last album, like, yo, that's like...
That's why I said it's 1 or 2. It's my top 1 or 2, and so is Reasonable Doubt. Those Black Album and Reasonable Doubt in his shits are my albums of Jay-Z.
So you tell me Blueprint is...
That's why I
is
said.
below?
That's why I said it's hard. Blueprint
don't
would have
know,
been
like-
third. Blueprint would have been third.
I don't know if I'll slap Blueprint below
Black Album
444, man.
is Black Album
No,
above or below Blueprint?
For me personally,
Yeah.
Black Album is above.
Okay, so Reasonable Doubt is
Because I
below
love-
the Blueprint to you.
Like, look, I love Black Album front to back, like literally front to back.
Yeah.
Blueprint, there's some moments that I skip
Yeah,
that I don't like hate, but like I just not always in the mood to hear that.
Exactly.
But like in terms of songs' individual impact, I think Blueprint has more individual impact.
yeah,
Like classic wise,
definitely
on the Blueprint
longevity
than the Black
on the
Album.
charts.
But I think as a whole,
Yeah.
I just enjoyed the Black Album more as a whole. But like impact wise, like all I need is like one of my favorite songs, hands down ever, from anybody. I listen to it like before every game.
Nice.
Renegade is right up there. Song
Renegade's
Cry,
hard.
Never Change, Heart of the City, You Don't Know, like all that, like
Oh,
all those songs impact. But then you got like Girls, Girls, Girls. I mean,
Yeah.
then you got the Takeover too, obviously, and then
Oh yeah, the
Hola
takeover was
Vito. And
on.
like, they're just songs, certain songs that I skip, but they're good songs. But I think as a whole, Black Album I enjoy more.
Yeah.
So for me, it'd probably be, let's see, probably Black Album, Reasonable Doubt, Blueprint, and then 444, and then I'll throw American Gangster right behind there.
Okay. So me and you have Blueprint and 444 switched.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But
That's a
American
good choice,
Gangster,
though.
fucking good too, though. Like,
Yeah. Oh,
like, I
okay.
don't,
444
Yeah, it's
is
going-
4.
it's fine, though.
I guess that's
I'll
appropriate.
put 444. I'll put 444 above American Gangster because American Gangster is more of like a concept album than like
Yeah,
an actual album. So,
exactly.
but he got like a legit 5 classics, bro.
Like of all time or just like personal
Yeah.
classics?
I mean, those rank above with anybody's top. You know, name any of those top 5 albums you just said. Like those rank with anybody's top albums.
Yeah.
But he personally feels like he had the best album of the year so far.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with him.
I don't either. That's why I said it's in my top 5 when I started. I said it's in my top 5 albums of the year so far. Just to be generous. I didn't want to rank it yet. I was just thinking about the albums I loved already and was like, it's not number 1, but he's in the top
This is
5.
An incredibly hard year to rank at top albums.
It's crazy. So much music dropped this year. It's intense. I can't.
And
I
not
don't
just
even.
like music, but like
Artists.
amazing albums. You know, like every month feels like, oh damn, this album could be the best of the year. Oh damn, this one could be the best of the year.
Right? Every
Like-
month. Every month. And then there's like
So who?
singles.
Let's say your top 5 albums of the year so far.
Ooh. Okay. My top 5 so far. Okay. Let's see. My what I think are the best albums released this year. So 444 is in there. So I'm listing 4 more. So Jay-Z. I'm gonna go ahead with SZA from TDE.
Ooh.
SZA's R&B album, bro. That album, so much replay value. That album is amazing. So Jay-Z, SZA, obviously Kendrick Lamar. Come on, people. Damn's Kendrick Lamar's Damn. So that's 3. And then it starts to get a little tricky because those to me are obvious 3s. Those are like obvious.
I guarantee you're missing some. I guarantee it.
I'm missing some.
That you're not even gonna like think about. Let's go ahead and continue.
Okay. That are obvious above SZA?
No,
It
not
can-
obvious, but I'm saying like
Okay.
there's some that you're gonna be like, oh damn, like
There's a few. I know you're probably
That could
gonna pick
be-
one of them. Let's
yeah,
see.
you might be like, damn, like damn, that shit was good.
I don't want to diss anybody for like not picking their album right now. I'm like, what? I'm like, what music? I mean, Jay's. I'm gonna see what music I have left the most of on my phone still, like what I didn't delete. So it looks like I really enjoyed. I liked. Okay, 2 Chainz is gonna get honorable mention. He's not my top 5, but 2 Chainz gets an honorable mention.
I can live with that because that's an album I still listen
Pretty
to.
Girls Like Trap Music.
consistently.
That album was hard.
That shit was fire.
Yeah.
He did not disappoint.
Let's see. Meek's album's dope. Is that in my top 5? Oh, I don't think so. Definitely not. I don't even know if he gets honorable mention. All right, Lord. So I'm gonna just go ahead and keep with my list. Lord's album, Lord. To follow up with your debut like that, that's hard. Like that's so difficult.
I gave it 5 stars in my reaction. So.
Yeah, like I couldn't even. I was like, that's some Adele shit or like some Taylor Swift shit or like whatever it is. That's some Lord shit to like follow up your debut album that had so much commercial success with like an album that's so good. Like it just was like a nice. It was like it just flowed. So that's 4.
Front to back.
So now I'm like, ooh, who do I give that 5 spot this year? Who gets the number 5 after Lorde? Oh, that's tough. I'm gonna have to go with. Damn, who am I forgetting? I feel like I'm forgetting somebody important.
You definitely are, and I'm sure you'll agree with me when I say it.
I don't know if Drake's in my top 5. I'm trying to think of how long
He's not in
he's
mine.
probably. I'll give More Life an honorable mention as well. I don't know. I don't think
Come on, man. TikTok.
it's hard, bro. All right. I'll just gonna go ahead, just because I like this guy's energy. I'm gonna just go ahead with Russ. Russ gets my number 5.
Top 5? All right.
I have a lot of tracks on my phone still. I got 2, 4,
Alright.
6. I got 7 songs off his album still. Not
Okay.
8. I didn't see that one. And all his singles.
So it's my turn.
Yep.
So I'm gonna start with the obvious ones: Kendrick Lamar, Jay-Z, 444, Lorde. Let's see, Grizzly Bear, Painted Ruins, which I just gave a reaction to and gave album of the month for August. Front to back album, front to back. That shit's incredible. You have to listen to it.
I do. I need to check it out. I only caught like
Run
a
the
song.
Jewels,
Oh, that counts.
and then it came in January. They just released it early.
Damn.
And honorable mention, which could easily slide into my top 5. It could switch. Who knows? Sampha.
Oh, that song was so good. I mean, that album was so good. Oh my god.
That could easily be in my top 5. It could flip flop between that and Lorde with me.
That album is so. I still listen to that like every day, almost like just at least 1 or 2 songs off it every day. Like,
Matter of fact, it is flip flopping. Lorde is my honorable mention. Sampha's in my top 5.
yeah. Oh, ooh. Sorry, Russ, but Sampha's definitely taking your spot in the top 5.
I told you, I knew you were gonna forget.
Bro,
Run the
Sampha.
Jewels.
I'm just
I
saying,
knew
none
you
of
were gonna
Russ's
forget
songs make me feel like Sampha's songs. Like Sampha's songs.
Sampha's unique. There's nobody else out there.
Like Nobody Knows Me, like
That
My
does what he
Mother's
does.
Piano. Nigga, that song is so good.
Yeah, My Mother's Piano.
My Mother's Piano is like one of my favorite songs of all time, I feel like. Like, that song is so good. It's just his whole album. So yes, shout out to Sampha. You're in my top 5.
And you haven't heard Grizzly Bear.
Nope.
But I guarantee if you listen to the album, you might go ahead and put that in your top 5 too.
I don't know. There's no room.
It's on like some Bon Iver level.
He's gonna have
That
to.
is
Ooh. I still don't think there's any unless Grizzly Bear bumps out Sampha. That's the only way there's room.
Yeah,
My top 4 is locked
you have
in.
to listen to it, man.
My top 4 is locked
You
in.
have to listen to it.
Hey, is it better than SZA?
I've literally been listening to it for the last 2 straight weeks,
Okay.
and I've not gotten old because like they're so layered, bro. Like compositions and their thing is amazing. So that's my top 5.
Okay.
Jay's in there, but he's definitely not the best album of the year for me.
Yeah, no.
I think Kendrick Impact was just as big, if not bigger,
Yeah.
than his. He just, did the MTV Awards.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I don't know if you really watched it, which I didn't this year, but I didn't hear that much about it either.
Yeah. I didn't
I just
hear
heard,
much
like,
either.
Yeah, it was cool.
I didn't hear anything
I
about the
saw some
show.
of the videos. I saw some of the, the performances. Kendrick did his normal, intro. Like it was higher energy, but it was just normal. Like it wasn't as good as when he did. When he came out in it might have been the MTV Awards, it might have been the Grammys. It was the Grammys when he came out in the whole prison garb and he did that song
with the chain gang.
Like he moved on, the chain gang. Like that shit was epic.
That was hard as fuck.
So it wasn't on that level.
Yeah.
But
and that was right after he got the controversy for the police car performance when it was on top of the car. Yeah. So he came out with the chain gang
and doubled down like fuck y'all.
Yeah, like fuck y'all. Like the fuck.
Then, Logic came out and he did a pretty powerful one.
Logic's
for his song was like 1-800, like the one about suicide, basically, and getting help. He brought out like all these moms of like suicide victims and stuff, and like brought them on the stage and like put them all throughout the arena. Like people in the crowd were like crying. I saw that one. That was dope. And then everybody else was just kind of regular. Katy Perry was cringeworthy.
Oh God! Oh, I guess I did hear about
Swish
that.
Swish, which is
the Katy Perry.
She did Swish Swish, and that shit was cringeworthy. Oh. That whole music video was terrible. But
and unfortunately, that looks bad on Nicki Minaj. You're not doing well.
She's not. She's starting to fall off a little bit. She's experiencing that.
And it's weird because Drake isn't. He doesn't. I don't look at him the same way. Like. And I would have assumed that she would like keep as much momentum as he did.
She started doing like American Idol. She started doing like other shit. Yeah. Like her songs. Then when it came with the music, it wasn't hitting like that. So, and then on top of that, you have all these other girl artists like starting to come with like singles that people are feeling.
Oh yeah, you want to talk about that?
So it's like really like, which one?
Well, I mean, I guess the obvious one is Cardi B.
I mean, I don't have a lot to say about that. I'm not.
What do you think about the song?
Big on her. I mean, it's like
trash, but it's dope at the same time.
It's not a great song, but it's like it's a turn up song for girls. Like it's like the same energy, like type of song that some guys would have, like guys would get like turned to.
Yeah,
like really feel like hard at like just. Some trap type shit, basically.
Right.
That was what that was for, like, girls.
Yeah. Exactly.
But I've heard it in the club. It goes hard in the club, can't lie. She's not a good rapper, obviously.
Right.
But, like, for what it is, like, I'm never going to hate on somebody, like,
Yeah.
Getting buzzing, but it's not my type of shit.
I mean, she's with Offset from is it Offset? Yeah, from Migos.
Is she?
Yeah. And they did a song together that isn't charting as well.
He saved her. He took her out the strip club and helped get her music career. So
hey, he even gave her a single like "I'm popping." Here you go. Like I'll be in the. They're in the video. The video is so like. Lo-fi, hi-fi, like it's so weird. The video's funny. To me.
I don't expect anything good to come from her music like that at all. But she has a hot single right now.
Yeah.
Speaking of albums and music I'm not feeling, Lil Uzi Vert.
Oof.
Love is Rage 2. Have you heard it yet?
Yeah, I heard it and then forgot about it basically.
Joe Budden came out already and said it was trash, and I have to agree with you.
Right. I know. I didn't want to say it was trash because all his other, but
it's trash.
Both of them, him and Lil Yachty's albums were both trash.
I haven't even heard Yachty's. I refuse to listen to his shit, but
Lil Bo?
I listened to, Love is Rage, the first one. Actually, it was decent. Like there was some shit on there I could vibe with, at least, know. But this isn't like, what the fuck is this, yo?
I don't know.
This shit was trash. I'm sorry.
And
he can barely call it music, bro. Like he
Well, he doesn't
say anything in the whole time.
He just walks into the fucking studio and talks into the microphone. Like, he doesn't fucking, like, the people who are OGs that don't write shit down actually plan it out at least a little bit. Like,
they might not write it down, but they work that shit through their head over and over and over again, and then they just got natural fucking talent.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Little Uzi Vert.
he's not one of those.
Ugh. I don't know.
Nah.
I'm not a fan, but if people like it, that's
EXO
cool.
Tour Life is a hit. That song's dope, mainly to the beat.
Man,
you
he
know,
sound
thanks to the beat.
recycled ever since he came out. I've never heard Lil Uzi Vert. All he says is shit he's heard in songs he likes. Like all his ad libs, everything about him just sounds recycled. Like it's not even like. It's just like, yo, remember that cool shit? But then he was younger, so he's like doing like what he's like the OGs were doing, but then like in like a young, funky way. It's just
It's whack.
It's
And
whack.
he's whack to me, especially when he's like, if you're over 25, like you're old, you know, shouldn't be listening to my music, not for you. The dude is like 23 or 24 or some shit like that.
Right.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like,
yeah. It's like so you don't have women that are like over like you don't or men whatever your kid you don't try to date people older than you. When I was 23, like. Or what shit 21, 22, I was always trying to like talk to older women. Like when I was younger, when I was 19, I was trying to talk to older women that were older than 24. Like I would never call them that old 20, like 5, 23, like 29. That's yeah. Lil Uzi Vert's crazy. Anyways,
I just wasn't feeling it. I thought the album was trash. I don't get the
what else
hype.
came out?
And I
Oh,
think
what
it's
about
gonna
21
die out.
Savage? I thought his album was
Garbage.
Yeah.
Listen to it once, haven't listened to it again.
Yep.
It was about what I expected. Again, another guy I don't understand the hype for.
I don't
His
even.
flow is absolutely garbage to me.
Honestly, he's the one that feels like an industry plant, but
He's literally just like talks on tracks because he has no flow.
yeah, I don't.
Dave East came out though. That
Oh,
was solid.
I'm banging that every day. Pause. But
That was solid.
Yeah, Dave East is dope. I would.
He got bars. Definitely. He went a little more
I feel
mainstream this
attacked
time
with
for
the
sure.
bars a little bit sometimes. You ever like his bars are like his cadence is just like at you sometimes.
My thing with Dave East is he's a dope. He's got some dope bars, but it's like I don't think he's got like that much creativity to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's gonna really make him like blow up. Like he's just kind of by the numbers, but it's like refreshing because all these new cats like aren't even rapping anymore, and he comes in like straight New York like rapping and shit. Like,
Yeah. It's actually
so it like stands out even more.
yeah, exactly.
But like if he came out in like the late '90s, like the early 2000s, you just think like, oh, he's just another good rapper. Action Bronson came out. Blue Chip 7000. Dope. That was a dope album. I listened to that pretty consistently.
Yeah.
He always got some of the sickest beats, bro. For real, like
Yeah, Action's
sound
smart.
like some movie shit.
He's a
for
smart
real.
guy. I mean, he does his thing.
Like his shit sound like some soundtrack type movie soundtrack shit. Like
Right?
production wise, like it's just
It's really
crazy.
wavy.
And you know, he come with the crazy bars and lines and shit like
His
that.
metaphors are weird as fuck, but cool. Like they're perfect.
Like he got this one line. He's like, he said to me that song like sweep you off your feet, like ride you in the corner and shit like that. Like he just like say cool ass shit, bro. Like fuck with Action.
That's a video game
with
reference
Action
for
heavy.
people who don't know who Ryu is. That's Street Fighter.
Street Fighter. Get somebody in the corner and you just do leg sweep over and over. But he just got some cool ass references and like I fuck with his whole, you know, everything he does.
Right.
TV wise, you know, video wise, all that. He's an entertainer. Like
Yeah.
when I was talking about Dave East don't have that like creative edge or side
Right.
to him. Action definitely does. Like
Oh yeah.
Action does, and that shit like makes him stand out for it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Then what else? Cozy Tapes came out. Wasn't feeling it that much, to be honest.
True.
Cozy Tapes too.
Yeah, Cozy Tapes too.
Like they brought on like all these other guests and like just turned into like they just came on throwing ad libs for like 2 minutes and shit. Like I'm just,
Right.
this ain't why I listen to ASAP Mob, bro. Like not trying to hear no like none of this new shit. Like I'm just trying to hear people actually rap. Though.
Right.
But you know they fuck with like Cardi and them, so like they came on doing their shit. I don't really fuck with Cardi.
Who, Playboy Cardi?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't know yet. I don't really fuck with that shit either. Playboy Cardi, fucking Ugly God, fucking. Well, Ugly God, I like his satire, actually. As one of these younger guys, he's funny because he has a different kind of character than he made a character. So like it's like acting like you're a rapper. Almost like a Childish Gambino thing, like a skit. It's almost like oddball satire. I mean Tyler the Creator sort of did it, but I mean Tyler's weird all the time anyway. So it's a little different.
I fucked with Tyler's shit. His last one.
Yeah.
Flower Boy.
I need to revisit it.
It was like surprisingly like sophisticated.
Yeah.
Like
I do like when he actually spits and he doesn't like just be stupid the whole track. Like it was.
and he actually spit on this
Yeah.
one. Like he was like serious. He was pretty serious on this one. That's what
Right.
I said in my reaction. I was like, I was expecting some of that, you know, that shock rap type shit that he always does.
Mm-hmm.
And just like saying outrageous shit just to say it. But now like he was just like actually talking about some shit. Like, and when he does that, like he can actually rap though.
Yeah.
So I was feeling it. The first full project of his that I've ever like felt, you know. But
Yeah.
he's changed. I mean, he kind of stepped away from like his old style since he left Odd Future and shit though.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see what happens next though. 'Cause I don't know. This is probably his most introspective since his
Oh,
debut.
For sure. Like he for sure. It was all introspective. Like it was all talking about like internal shit basically.
Yeah.
It was almost like some emotional shit for real, for real.
Yeah. ASAP Ferg, he dropped. Still striving.
He did.
Do you count that though?
It's a mixtape, but it was like all original shit for the most part.
Yeah. So that sounds like it's a project. So
It redeemed him somewhat
yeah,
from his last one, yeah.
that's what it actually. I liked it
Somewhat.
because I think he actually carried a lot of the features that he had. It made him look better than some of the like new guys, like Playboy Cardi and others.
Well,
that
it's not hard to do when you're rapping with fucking Playboy Cardi. But yeah.
Yeah. But Playboy Cardi should keep that for his album. Like he should have kept that for himself, so people would come for
you wouldn't know who he was if he didn't have Magnolia though. So
Hell yeah! I didn't know the Magnolia song until like Lil Wayne or somebody remixed it.
yeah, Wayne bodied it.
And then I was like, oh, what's the song that? Then I had to go find the song. Like,
Speaking of Wayne, he just got hospitalized again.
oh yeah, that did just happen like last week. And they didn't. Oh yeah, that's right. I always assume it's like drug related, but I'm pretty sure they said there was nothing to do with like drugs or anything like that. But he had a seizure. He had multiple seizures, they think, and he was found passed out, like wherever he was. Like somebody came back and he was like unconscious.
But you really think that's not lean related?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know Wayne's medical records in his person. But that's, like I said before, that's what I think immediately. I think first, Lil Wayne's probably.
I mean, it's been
OD'd.
documented though, like that lean can like fuck with your shit and like cause type seizure type shit like to happen
Right.
from continued use, you know. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I mean,
Right. I mean, that's what I'm assuming, but I'm not just gonna say it unless I'm like, it's said. So it's an
Stay off the
obvious
lean,
reaction though.
kids. Stay off the lean.
Stay out the lean, Wayne.
Shit ain't worth it, man.
Man, just be easy. Just do some dabs, bro. Just do some dabs.
That shit's all cool till you hit, 30 and you start fucking having seizures. That shit ain't cool no more.
Yeah. I know, and he be trying to be extra physical, like skateboarding and shit. Like, you can't be doing lean and skateboarding like that. That will make you hurt yourself.
I mean, you gotta stay healthy. I mean, all these artists and shit dying so young,
Yeah.
like in their 40s, like Prodigy and all them, Sean,
Yeah.
Sean P and all them. Like, did you hear about Prodigy?
Of course.
How he died?
And I was so.
You hear
And
how
now
he
there's
died?
all these conspiracies about it. Wait, what'd you say?
No.
Oh,
Did you see the reason they said he died?
that it was what? What'd they say he died for?
They said that he like choked on an egg. He was
Oh, yeah.
in the
That's
hospital.
what yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Like he was eating a boiled egg.
He was
or
eating a
some
boiled
shit.
egg and
Choked on
choked
it,
because he
bro.
was eating alone. Because nobody was in there when they brought him the food. Interesting.
But who thinks you about to choke on a boiled egg? Like, aren't you like biting that shit? Like,
Even if it was a half an egg or whatever.
that's crazy.
Wouldn't he
Everybody
be
just
hooked up
assumes
to
it's
the
sickle
wouldn't he
cell,
be
which
hooked
I
up to
did.
the monitor though if he was like brought food to his bed? Like
I mean, maybe he didn't need to be on a monitor anymore. You know what I'm
Just
saying?
chill.
Like, you're not always on the monitor.
Right.
Like if you're in recovery, about to get released, like, or they're just doing like
look,
you're in the clear.
word on the
you
street
just chilling
is
there until you get
Prodigy
cleared.
was talking about the Illuminati too much lately, and he got killed for it. That's
You're gonna tell me Prodigy was part of the Illuminati? Come on, bro.
nah. He was. You heard his most famous song. He mentions the Illuminati. I'm just saying.
All I'm saying is,
I'm just saying.
here's my shit with these musicians. and
Nah, he was
Illuminati.
he was just shedding too much light on situations he encountered that were too high up to be fucked with, and all of that was like in the last like few years.
I just don't think he was ever that on that level to even be that.
That's what
high
I'm
up to, like,
saying.
even know that
That's
type of
why
shit.
I thought it
So,
sounded
like,
ridiculous until I started watching the
It's
clips.
ridiculous.
If you watch all the interviews he did, like watch every interview in the last 2 years, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Like all he does is
I
talk
mean, yeah,
about
you
that
can
shit.
talk about a shit that don't mean you actually know the fuck you talking about. Anybody can talk about shit that they. Alex Jones talks about shit all the time. Does that mean shit's true?
Hey man, just watch the interviews.
Alex Jones talks about lizard people taking over the U.S. government. Like, so does that mean there's literally lizard people?
I don't know. I haven't discovered the lizard people yet. But I heard they're all
Exactly.
around us. No, I'm just fucking with you. Nah, I don't know.
I
I'm just
just think
saying it's
he
sad that Prodigy
literally
died. I don't want to
choked on a
fucking
fucking
make
egg.
it sound crazy. But yeah, it's just sad that he's gone.
Yeah, super. Like,
So
all these
young.
dudes dying young, man. Stay off from drugs, stay off the lean, stay off the pills,
Mm.
bro. That shit will hit you harder than you think.
Bro. Isn't that how Yams died? Or how did Yams die?
Yeah. It was lean related, drug
Yeah.
related. All these rappers, promoting that shit, but like, bro,
Pimp
that
C?
shit ain't cool. Pimp C for sure.
You know?
DJ Screw.
Uh.
Like, Rick Ross said he stopped doing lean after he had started getting seizures
Yep.
and shit. Like, bro, that shit ain't cool till that shit happens to you. For real. Then you like, oh shit. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, you realize, oh, I don't want to die. Like, oh, okay.
Fuck yeah. Like, damn, I ain't that old, bro. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That shit got changed. All this promotion of this shit, bro, for real.
Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see who's up next. Music-wise. That can get people off this lean fucking craze. And Xannies.
Nobody. There's too much money and it's too easy.
Right. Like Xanny and
It's
Percocet.
too much money to just come and talking bullshit.
It's so weird that that's a popular thing. Like Xannies and Percocets, like it's popular
I
now,
just don't.
but they've been doing that for years. Like for at least 10 years, kids in high school were doing that shit. Like 'cause they're just taking from their parents. I seen white boys like just you want a perk? I got like 3 Percocets. Like I'm like, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of here! But they've been doing that shit for a
Yeah, but
decade.
like being a drug addict in rap, like in hip hop specifically, has like that's
Oh
like a
yeah, it's
recent
cool
thing.
now. I forgot it wasn't
That shit
cool
hasn't
before. Yeah,
like
that's right.
been cool, bro. Like that shit wasn't cool before.
Right.
Like
To say, oh yeah, I'm on lean, I'm on
fucking rap,
Xannies.
like,
Niggas be like, get the fuck out of here. But now they're like, I'm
Are
on
you a
lean, I'm on
drug
Xannies.
addict?
They're like,
Like, that
oh,
shit ain't
what's
cool.
up? Yeah, that's cool. Bet you're feeling good.
now it's like cool to be a drug addict in hip hop, and that shit is fucking crazy to me, bro. Like to be addicted to fucking drugs is like a cool thing now.
Yeah.
And Future like is the main purveyor.
I
of that
know,
shit.
like,
I got Perky's. I got the Perky's calling. Like
every popular.
bro, and then he said he doesn't even do that shit himself. He said like this is why this shit's a joke to me sometimes. Like that people actually like listen to this shit. Like he even said himself like he doesn't do that
Right.
shit
But somebody will do it for the first time to a song, though.
to his shit. Yeah, like it's
They'll
fucking
do
crazy.
Molly.
This shit's
I
getting
guarantee
out of hand.
you, like at least 1,000 like motherfuckers have been introduced to Molly while Future was playing.
Through hip hop and
like
shit.
through like Future. It's about anybody else. All these young guys just literally saying these things, and then being like,
Yeah, didn't Tiger have a song where it's like about Molly or some shit too?
"Oh yeah, everybody does." No, not everybody,
like,
but
it's
almost
like-
everybody.
Like the whole hook was like Molly, basically though, like Molly, like shit,
Right.
like that drug shit, like being a drug addict in hip hop is like a recent thing, bro.
Strange.
Where it's like cool to be a drug addict,
Yeah, like you're supposed to be the
be,
plug.
like, addicted to pills. And shit. Like,
Supposed to be the plug.
yeah, they went from like selling
being the
drugs
light
to,
bulb.
Like, you're
The
like
fucking shit that cracks stick.
You're the addict, like cop it now, like
Yeah.
it's just
Right.
wild, bro.
I'm the
Just
dude
wild,
scratching my neck walking down the street.
That shit's wild, man. Checking themselves in the rehab and shit like that all the time now. Like, God, like that shit ain't cool, man.
Maybe it's because people like Paris Hilton made it cool. Or Lindsay Lohan. To just go to rehab and then like.
Was it cool though when she made
Not
it?
when
I
she
feel like
went,
it wasn't the
but,
cool
like-
thing when she went. She looked like fucking mess,
Oh yeah,
bro.
of course. She probably desperately needed that shit. But so do these rappers. Some of these motherfuckers like, yo, how are dudes like not even 22 yet with like 10 tattoos on their face already?
That's the cool thing now, man.
Like already though? Like come on, man. You didn't even live yet. Like your face ain't even
You know, when
finished
you
growing
young-
all the way. Like
You know, when you're young, you're like 18, 19, 20, you think you live for real. You think you like the man now and the adult and
Yeah.
shit. Like, you know, you can't tell them kids nothing. So it's like,
I'm
you
just
gotta let
like,
'em
you
do
just
that.
wasted all that space.
You gotta let them do that.
You might have thought,
And then they just gonna have to regret it
Yeah,
for
I'm like-
themselves.
you might come up with something dope in 10 years that you want right there. But instead, you got that dumb shit right there. Like, it's one thing to get it, but like, make it good. Like, you know.
Or your career could like be over in a heartbeat, like it is for all these new rappers. And then now what? You
Now
know
what?
I'm saying? Like,
Now you gotta work in the dark. Like, motherfuckers are not gonna hire you unless you work like the graveyard shift.
speaking of drug shit, you heard that TK shit? That kid, TK?
No, oh, that sounds familiar. I'm not sure.
The
What was it?
rapper, like young, like 13, 14-year-old who's like getting charged as an adult.
Oh, yeah.
So like I don't know him. I don't even know his song, but like I was
Oh,
listening to some podcast or something talking about it, and I just
Right.
remember like they were saying like he was like how it happened, bro. It was like the dumbest shit in the world, but like it was him, like some of his other label mates. One guy was like 18, 19,
mm-hmm.
and like they're leaving some party, and like the kid like in the passenger seat was like high on some shit, like maybe pills, maybe I don't know what it was, but he was like tripping and like he was like trying to talk to this girl, these two girls in this car over, and then like they just ignored him. So like he got upset or some shit and like pulled out a gun and like shot into the car and like ended up like killing the driver and shit.
Oh man.
Didn't even know them, like none of that, like. And then like in his like thing, he said that he was like under the influence and was like thought he was like shooting a warning shot or some shit. Like this is the dumbest shit I've ever like heard, bro.
A warning shot toward them.
This shit's yeah.
Okay.
Shot her in the head, bro. Like it was like
warning shots are in the air.
Because he was like high on drugs or some shit. And first of all, a warning shot for what, bro? Like
for
this
what?
shit it was just like the dumbest fucking story.
Who shoots a gun to warn somebody that you want to shoot?
And then like people are like, free him, like bro.
Yeah.
He used to go to jail. Like he just shot somebody, a chick, because she wasn't interested in fucking talking to him. Like
yeah, that happened in Brooklyn
cool,
last
bro.
summer.
Like,
that happened in Brooklyn, like at the beginning of the summer. That was weird. Some dude did that on the street. He was like walking by and like hollered at a girl, and she like told him like leave him alone or leave her alone or whatever. And like he was like, oh, and, like he got mad and then like shot her on the street.
and I bet there's people saying like, free him, nah, fuck him, like lock him up.
Yeah,
Shit in the
these
world,
little
bro.
ass kids. What the fuck? Like that's some bullshit.
Shit lame as
And
fuck, bro.
apparently that's to circle back to the music aspect. So he has a song out. All I know about it is that the song kind of describes shit like this that is actually apparently shit that he does. So it's like the reason it's popular is kind of because it's close to real life. And you know, I mean, it's cool when rappers talk about the real lives, but when little kids, when young adults, young, like not even, you know, probably gonna have no bills except for like his cell phone that his label manager's probably paying. I don't even know. I'm bragging on it, but if you're not even 18 yet and you're bragging about a lifestyle that is dangerous to make money, like, and then that's just terrible. I can't even go into it. I don't even know what to say about this kid. It's just too much. It's just too much.
It's whack, man. That shit's lame, bro. Like I don't get it. I don't get why people are like behind that shit. Like that shit ain't cool, bro. Like the fuck, like
No.
that whole situation was just whack.
Super
I'm
whack.
sorry, but these new artists and rappers fucking
Just
whack.
fucking stop it.
Except for like a handful of them, they're whack.
Yep.
Oh, that's what I want to talk about. The last one, Vic Mensa.
Oh.
That's the last one.
Oh.
That's a new rapper that's supposed to be like
Vic Mensa. Let's talk about Vic Mensa. I want you to go first.
What'd you
time.
think? I didn't love it.
Mm-hmm.
It was good, but it wasn't like when you hear something you're like, damn, like he's next. Like damn, like this is the
It's
guy.
kind of
Like,
disjointed.
you can see it was just kind of like, okay, that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like stood out to me. No song stood out to me.
Right.
His flow is kind of whack to me, honestly.
Yeah.
But he can rap, but it's just like I don't like his flow, and he has good production on there,
Great production.
and I like the message. You know, it's like mostly positive or like real shit, like they trying to talk about. It's just like not great music. It's not like exceptional music. Like when you sign to Jay-Z or like when you have like Jay-Z and Kanye West,
Rock
like
Nation.
all over you and like hyping you up and you're both trying to sign you, fighting to sign you, you expect some shit like next level, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like some Kendrick, J. Cole, like damn, like these are them dudes. You know
For
what I'm
real.
saying? Like when
Big
you first
Sean,
hear, like Kendrick.
Big Sean's last album.
You hear
was
when
fire.
they first mixtape.
I Decided.
Yeah, even
shit was
even
hard.
Sean, like when you heard like Finally Famous, like the mixtapes and shit.
Oh
like,
yeah.
you're like Finally Famous or Section 80 or like the warm up, like or Friday Night Lights, you're like, damn, like
Those are classic.
Like, you might not like
mixtapes.
everything
Those are
on there,
classics.
but like there's like moments that like spark.
Vic
the
Mensa
shit
never
that's
had
like,
some
yo,
shit
this
like
dude is
that.
fucking nice. And Vic Mensa to me has never had a song like that. Never had a verse like that. Never had any moment like that. Where
Zero
it's like,
moments like that.
damn, like this guy's like that guy. It's like I want him to be like I like what he's talking about and I like what he represents, but it's just like musically, nah. The first time I heard Vic was with These Kids These Days, which is like one of my favorite albums. To be honest with you, like which people who don't know These Kids These Days is like a collective of artists that formed in Chicago and they like made like a basically a rock band, like alternative rock band, but like they rap too and like there's hip hop elements and shit. And the album was just dope as fuck. Like
It's fire.
and he's my least favorite part of the album though. Like I remember that. Like I was like okay, like the verses are alright, but he just sounds like kind of whack, like corny type. And it's just like
Little forced.
man,
that shit.
when it sounded very forced. Like this whole situation just feels forced. Like I don't think he deserves
Vic
it.
Mensa.
Like, what has he done to like really be like that guy next?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that dude, but honestly, he should just be lucky he's like getting as much like praise from all these other people. Like everybody that we mentioned, that Jay-Z, Kanye, those niggas are the reason you're famous. Like
Basically.
without them saying a word about you, you have the fucking regular career every other rapper in the country has that nobody knows, is grinding in your city, doing small tours, and nobody ever hearing you on the radio except for the local circuits where the DJs fuck with you.
He got boosted, and I think that he's super creative and probably can add a lot, like writing wise, or like helping other artists. But like as himself, he hasn't earned this spot. He hasn't earned this album.
Yeah, his music hasn't brought him here. His music isn't why I know Vic Mensa.
Nah.
So that's the first problem.
Nah.
As you're a musician, and the reason I know about you isn't your music. The fuck?
So what did you think about the album?
I thought that at first it just felt like a lot to bite into. It seemed like he was trying to be very open about shit going on that happened with him or people he knows, and like kind of like he was experimenting. Like he's on this rock kick right now, but I don't even know if it's a kick. I just he's doing this thing with what I don't understand is how is this really the first time he's gonna like try some singing shit? He's just gonna pull it out like on the album like that, like a whole like he sang the whole song kind of shit. Like how do you just surprise people with that and expect it to stick if it's not a single? Like nobody's gonna care if it's not single quality. Like if it can't live by itself without the album, it's not a good song. When you're experimenting.
Yeah, nah. I don't think any of the songs can like live by themselves.
Yeah.
And, like I love some of the like freestyles and shit that he's done on radio stations.
Freestyles were trash too. I mean, the
his music
freestyles were
is
dope.
just
The
not
freestyles dope. Acapella, if that's what I want, is some rap and some acapella shit. Hell yeah, put Vic
can
Mensa
rap.
up there.
Motherfucking rap.
Oh
He
yeah,
can rap.
and that's what's funny.
Vic Mensa can rap.
Is bar for bar on some acapella shit. He could stand with J. Cole and like Big Sean next to him, like in a cipher, and probably kick some hot shit. But we're talking about music.
But his music ain't there, man. Yeah, his music
Like,
ain't
come on,
there.
bro.
And honestly, like I don't hear anybody talking about it. Like, damn, you heard that new Vic? Like, I ain't had that. I have not heard one person or friend bring up Vic.
This is the
Mensa,
first
like,
time we've talked about
like,
it.
new music they listen. Yeah, I mean, I had to.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was just like supposed to be like the
You know
next
what?
guy.
It's so
Talking about new
funny.
rappers, new artists,
You remember
like-
when he called like what was it? DJ Academics a bitch on like his show? That shit was
Yep.
so funny, but that was the weakest moment of Vic Mensa's career. To me.
I mean, I got him the most
Yeah,
buzz.
but like,
I
why
don't
would
fuck
you
with- I
call?
don't
Why
fuck
would
with
you tell
academics,
somebody to your face that I wanted to slap you over that shit? Cause you're a bitch, and I think you're a bitch, and then nothing ever happens, but you continue to talk about it as if you still have a problem. Either you don't have a problem, or you slapped him like a bitch, Vic Mensa. Why would you say that on air? Like with the nigga not even. Oh, you had that much energy in you that you wanted to slap him like a bitch, but you waited till you just like sat next to him and been like, yeah. I'm glad you mentioned the academics. I'm glad you brought me to why I'm here. Like,
I just feel like he feels a lot. Like
he mentioned it in the freestyles. Like,
his
we're
whole
talking about
style,
bars.
His whole style, everything, like, it's just forced, bro. Like, it's just like,
Why did he put it in his freestyle?
he gotta find something, because he gotta find something, because I'm not feeling it. Like, even though, honestly, I didn't love J. Cole's first album, there were still moments in there where it's like, you just know, like,
What, Forest Hills
he
Drive?
gonna be special, bro. Yeah. No, his very first album.
Oh, Friday Night Lights or before that?
No, it was after Friday Night Lights Mixtape. It was Cold World or something like that, or Silent Story.
Oh, yeah.
Where he had
I
like
didn't
Gold
really-
Watch or Nice Watch or some shit. Like,
Yeah, that was the fall off single with Hove on it.
that was just like, it was just like, all right, like it wasn't like amazing, but it was like there were still moments in there where you're like, all right, like this dude.
But I
It's
could
got
see
something,
how. But then I could see how there was evolution for J. Cole from the Nice Watch song to then on the next album when I heard Tale of Two Cities. Because then he did that like
Tale of Two Cities is his third album. You gotta get your
third
J. Cole
album.
right, bro.
Oh, duh. That's what. Oh, yeah. So like I said, growth. It took until then.
Because
still,
Born
Tale of
Center
Two
was the
Cities is
second,
hard.
and Born Center was the next one. And Born Center was hard too, though. But like, you can just tell, like, even when his first album I didn't love, you just tell, like, damn, like, this guy's special though. Like, he got something.
Right.
With Vic, I listened to, and I'm like, there's nothing that stood out to me. So I just wasn't feeling it, bro. Like, I don't get it. I don't think he earned it, and it felt like it.
Right.
He ain't earned that. But
I
in
can't
terms of
believe I
music,
forgot about him.
y'all should definitely go check out Grizzly Bear Painted Runes. Best album of the month of August. It was absolutely fire. Listen to it on repeat. So check that out.
Oh,
Best music video of the month was Logic with his 1-800 song. Pretty powerful music video he did. And yeah, but that's it for this week's Music Files podcast.
we kept it short.
thanks for-
It could have been so long. There's so much
Yeah.
music to talk about.
There's
still.
a lot you can talk about, but we can talk about every week. There's something new to talk about. So
Oh,
we got
yeah.
something for y'all next week too.
So stay tuned, y'all.
Thanks for listening to us. If you haven't heard our Fearless Show podcast, we came back on that one too. We talked about a lot of stuff like it, and all the recent moves and developments we got going on, and just a bunch of interesting topics. So definitely go check that one out too. But until next time, thanks for listening. Peace.
Make sure you subscribe. And as always, keep living life fearless.